told you it's about to get lit. Alright, so what's poppin', everybody? It's your man, Young Ida Costello, back again with another video. Now, I told you, top 5 back-to-school sneakers will be coming. Like I said in the last video before I dropped a top 5 back-to-school sneakers, but that was the on-foot version. So that was the top 5 back-to-school sneakers that would look good on feet. Those were specific models. But this one will be specific brands. I know you guys like brands like Converse, Vans, Adidas, Jordans. If you guys like brands like that and you guys want to know what kind of shoes are cool to get for back to school, hey, stay tuned. Watch this video. This is the more in-depth, this is the more concise top 5 back-to-school sneakers. And you know what? I think I might want to do a top 10 back-to-school sneakers also. So if you guys want to see that, spam that in the comment section down below. Say we want top 10 back-to-school sneakers. If enough people spam it, if enough people want that, I will bring it to you. But I know you guys want to get straight into it. So without further ado, sit back, relax, go to McDonald's, go to the lady. Say, hey man, you missed a fry, my medium fry. Can I get me a new fry for my medium fry? She can be like, yes honey, you can get it. And then you're gonna get a Whopper, and then you're gonna eat it, and then, yeah, we about to get it poppin'. What is I'm talking about? Alright, so for number 5, I have to give it to Sauconys. Now when it comes to Sauconys, if you guys saw my top 5 back-to-school sneakers video for under $100, if you guys haven't seen that, I recommend that you guys do watch that. But when it comes to Sauconys, I have to give Sauconys the number 5 spot just because they are so versatile, they are so durable, they are like some really dope shoes in my opinion. They have multiple different styles, multiple different colors, and if you put price into consideration, you guys will be saving so much money on shoes. You don't know how many times I've seen a collab version of a Saucony model go down in price. It'll go from like $100 to $40. That's a crazy steal. And one thing that's cool about Saucony models is that they are not easy to find. So let's just say you go on Saucony and you buy you a cool looking shoe with great materials, and you get to school, you will not see anybody wearing the same shoe as you. And just that originality factor, just the factor of like, just the fact that you can be creative, you can create your own shoe, you can be creative, have your own shoe that nobody else has, and you can get you a standard Saucony colorway, and you can bet your money that nobody else will have that because not a lot of people, especially my age and your age, are in the Sauconys. Let's just go ahead and keep it real. They're all riding that Adidas wave, they're all riding that Jordan wave and that Nike wave. But if you pop up on school campus wearing some Sauconys, whether it's like a G9 Saucony or like a different kind of Saucony or like a Saucony Jazz, like people will be glued to your feet, and people will be looking at your feet like, whoa, what are these? I've never seen these before. I need some of those. And then you can like not tell them and just break their necks all the time. One more thing that I do have to say though is when it comes to the quality, if you guys don't want to spend that much money but you still want a nice quality shoe, I definitely do have to give it to the Saucony model, just because every pair of Sauconys that I've had, they have put so much effort into the quality, into the creation, that it's just, you can wear the shoe as many times as you want. This shoe will never fall apart. So when it comes to number 5 for the top 5 back-to-school sneakers video, I definitely have no choice but to give it to Saucony. I can't show you the shoe, so now for number 4, hold on 1 minute. Whoa. I have to give it to Adidas. Now when it comes to Adidas, a lot of you guys are probably looking at that number 4 spot and you guys are like, number 4? This should be like number 1. Adidas is the wave right now. That might be true, but we gotta put like cost into consideration. We have to put like the ease of purchase of shoes into consideration for back to school. So that's why I had to put this at number 4. But when it comes to Adidas, you have so many different shoes that you can go after when it comes to back to school. Like a model like this. This right here is the Adidas Campus. You can get this shoe for like 50, 60, 70 bucks. And then you can also go for a classic legendary shoe with the Adidas Stan Smith. This shoe will run you like $80, or if you guys are like scouring the sales websites, you can get it for like 40 bucks. Hey, I bought this for 80 bucks. I could find this 2 weeks later for 40 bucks. I was hurt. And when it comes to Adidas models, if you guys are like big spenders, you can spend money, pick you up some prime knit NMDs, pick you up some low cut NMDs if that's your thing. You can also pick you up some Ultra Boosts. There are so many different models. There are so many different shoes when it comes to Adidas that you can cop. You can get you some tubular runners. You can get you some prime knit boosts. You can get you some pure boosts. We just have to keep it real. Like, a lot of people say Adidas is like coming after Jordan's neck, but I mean, like, with their selection of models, you got to give them a conversation here. You can't just not give Adidas the credit for having the amount of selections that they do. They got some selections for you. But one thing that I will say about the Adidas is the quality on these shoes are pretty decent. When it comes to Ultra Boosts or Yeezys in general, I hear that those are extremely comfortable. But like when it comes to like the quality and like the creation, the construction of shoes like the Adidas Stan Smith or like the Adidas Campus or maybe like a Prime Knit or Ultra Boost, I will say that it is pretty decent. The Adidas Stan Smith quality is pretty good, and also the Adidas Campus quality is pretty good. Now when it comes to like Sauconys or like New Balance, it's not as good as Sauconys or New Balances. But I will say that the quality on these bad boys will definitely last a good while. If you don't put too much wear on the shoe, this shoe will definitely last. There are so many different models you can get for low prices, but then again, there are so many different models you can get for high prices. I think that when it comes for back to school, if you guys are looking for Adidas, and if you guys only want to copy some Adidas, hey, like off subject for shoes, hey, Adidas T-Row pants, the 15s or the 17 ones, bro, fire. Let's just keep it real. But if you guys are looking for like any back to school selections, I definitely do recommend Adidas. Alright, so for number 3, I had to give it to Vans. Now, I put Vans at number 3, and I ranked Vans over Adidas solely because the ease of buying the shoe and the price is definitely key when it comes to back to school shopping. You guys don't know what your mothers have in your pockets. You guys don't know if your mothers have that much money to be spending on shoes. So I will say that when it comes to Vans, let's just say like your mom or your dad are buying you shoes. If you say that you want a pair of Vans, like some skate highs or some authentics or some just canvas models like that, it is a better chance that you will get the shoe than if it was like a real $190 expensive Jordan. But one thing that I do have to say about Vans also is that just the price of them is dope. You can get them for $40, you can get them for $50, all the way to like $70. So I think that that is definitely extremely dope. And the selection of the shoes are definitely nice too. You can get you some skate highs. And it's just that they have like skate highs, they have canvases, they have authentics, they have eras. And it's just, when it comes to the Vans models, you can get them in any colorway, and you can also create your own. And also when it comes to Vans, Vans is definitely one of the few sneaker companies that have crazy and weird prints all over the shoes. So if you want to look different, if you want to look creative, I do recommend that you guys go with Vans because, hey, especially if you want to save a buck. If you guys like Vans, I definitely I recommend that you subscribe to this channel because, dog, like, yo, I've been on Vans since what, 8th grade, and I will say you're going to be seeing a lot more Vans on this channel because just the quality of them are fine. You can definitely beat up a pair of Vans and they will still look nice, but I will say that Vans do have a real big problem of heel drag. But I mean, if you're looking for a shoe like an Air Jordan 1 that you could just beat up and just destroy and it still looks cool, I think that Vans are your guys. And I think that when it comes to like any shoe that I have on this list, the one shoe that you can beat up and it'll last the longest and it'll look the best has to be Vans. So for that number 3rd spot, I have to give it to Vans because of their durability, because of their color variety, and because of their ease of purchase when it comes to the sneaker. Now for number 2, I have to give it to Jordans. Now when it comes to Jordans, you guys already know that Jordans have to be high up on the list. Jordans are legendary, Jordans are iconic. A lot of people are like, yo, I don't wear Jordans, the Jordan wave is alright, I can't be wearing Jordans anymore.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow.
I can't be wearing Jordans anymore.
Oh wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. I am
disgusted, you better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.
Okay, look, dude. Look. I get that. Okay? I get that. It's your opinion. I understand that. But you have to keep it real. You can't go wrong with a pair of Air Jordans. And I definitely have to give that #2 spot to the Air Jordan model. Definitely because I will say the ease of purchase nowadays when it comes to buying Air Jordans are definitely way better than they were like last year or a year before. But they definitely do decrease because the price of Air Jordans are definitely they're not the best. They're not the best. Nobody wants to pay $190 for a pair of shoes that came out like 3 times already. Let's just go ahead and keep it real. But when it comes to Jordans, Jordans are definitely dope. Jordans are definitely iconic. They have a huge variety of Air Jordans. I mean, it goes from 1 to 23. And if you are one of those guys who just like the team Jordans, you can go experiment with some of those too. They have so many different models. Like this model right here is the Air Jordan 1. This one is a royal colorway. Now, I will say that this colorway is going to be extremely hard for you to find if you guys want this colorway, because this is a kind of limited shoe, but it's just a hyped up shoe. And for this one right here, this one is a Air Jordan 12 Flu Game. This one came out like last year, and this shoe is definitely going to be hard for you to cop also. But there are a lot of shoes out there. Like there's an Air Jordan 8 Cool Gray that's coming out. There is a Air Jordan 5 White Cement that's coming out. There are Air Jordan 13s, like an Air Jordan 13 Bull. There's an Air Jordan 13 Black Hat that's still sitting. There's an Air Jordan 6 All-Star that's still sitting. There's an Air Jordan 4 Royalty that's still sitting. There's like so many different kinds of Jordans that are out there. And when it comes to Jordans, one thing that I will say is that if you guys are on your game with the sales, you might be able to go on Finish Line, you might be able to go on Foot Locker and find a dope pair of like general release Air Jordan for like maybe $120, $130, maybe even like $140. But one thing that I will say is definitely when it comes to Jordans, that price is a big troublemaker for a lot of people. But I definitely do have to put it at #2 just because it is a super dope, super iconic model. Now, when it comes to the quality of Jordans, they can vary. You can get an Air Jordan with dope quality, you can get an Air Jordan with cool quality, and then you can get an Air Jordan with like bleh quality. It's all in the model. It's all in which model you pick up. It's all in which model you select. But I will say that when it comes to Air Jordans, and if you're looking for them for back to school, and if you can afford Air Jordans, you can never, ever, ever go wrong. Now for #1, I have to give it to Nike. Now you guys already knew that this was coming. When it comes to Nike, Nike is definitely the greatest sneaker brand of all time. And I definitely do have to give it to Nike because when it comes to anything that you're looking for in a sneaker, Nike definitely has it. Nike has that ease of purchase for specific models. Nike has low prices for specific models. They can go from a low price to extremely high price. They have that comfort level that you guys might be looking for. They have the quality that you guys might be looking for. Nike is the full package in my opinion. Now if you guys don't know, and it's like the variety, the versatility when it comes to Nike is like endless. They have so many different shoes that you can cop. And just like if you guys don't know what these shoes are, these right here are Nike Flyknit Racers. This one is the 2.0 and this one is the 3.0. But one thing that I will say about that is these shoes are made up of that Flyknit material, and I will say that that Flyknit material is probably one of the best inventions since sliced bread. It's probably one of the best inventions since waffles being made at McDonald's. I do have to say so myself. These shoes are extremely dope, and there are so many different other shoes that you can cop also. There's Air Max 95s. There's a whole Air Max collection. There's Air Max 90s, Air Max 97s. You can go looking for Air Forces. There's a high top Air Force. There's a low top Air Force. There's a mid top Air Force. There's a whole Air Max Tailwind collection. There's an Air Max 2015, Air Max 2017, and then so on. There are so many different shoes when it comes to Nike. It's almost that you will never go wrong. Just take a look. Maybe like, let's just say you're walking with your parents one day in the mall. Go into like a Nike factory store. Go like look around. You will be awed. Like you will be in awe because there's like so many different things that you can cop. And that's one more key. If you guys want to save money on shoes, I recommend that you go to like the Nike factory outlet store. because you can definitely save a lot of money on shoes that will be expensive for retail prices. So when it comes to Nike, you definitely can't go wrong. There are so many different styles of Nike shoes, so many different colors of Nike shoes. You can Nike ID Nike shoes. There's like shoes that are meant for rain, shoes that are meant for hurricanes. Dog, it's crazy. The versatility is endless when it comes to Nike. So for the #1 spot, I have no choice but to give it to the legendary Nike shoe. I mean, we didn't even talk about player exclusives and player signature shoes. You can copy a Paul George shoe, you can copy a freaking LeBron James shoe, a Kevin Durant shoe, a Kyrie Irving. There's, dog, they have a whole Nike basketball selection with like hyper dunks. It's endless. So for #1, I definitely have to give it to the legendary brand, probably the greatest sneaker brand of all time, Nike. Alright everybody, so that is the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Now when it comes to my top 5 back to school sneakers, are there like any brands that I missed out on that you guys felt should have been in there? I know some of you guys might say Chuck Taylors or like Chucks or Converse or ASIC, but I'm not too sure about those brands being in the top 5, maybe in the top 10. But then like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys want to see me do like a big huge top 10 including these brands that I just did and more, put that in the comment section down below and I'll get it done ASAP. Thank you guys for watching. As always, good luck when it comes to back to school. If you guys want some advice, be yourself, get your work done on time, and pull as many girls as you can and don't be scared, okay? And join clubs too, okay? Thank you guys for watching. As always, new videos coming soon, and all I have to say is, hey, blessings, 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 and Chris